Hello, this is Veritas Malefica coming to you with a general reading for the zodiac sign of Gemini in the energy of the full moon in Capricorn on July 21st, 2024. This is a general reading, so please keep in mind that it may not resonate or the energy may not resonate for every single message in regards to you personally. If you are looking for a personal reading, I do offer them on a very limited basis. The link to book them is listed in my description box below. I've already meditated on the energy and shuffled the cards, and let's go ahead and begin. General reading for Gemini in regards to the full moon in Capricorn, July 2024. First thing I will say, I say a few things as I'm shuffling, and I felt like my voice changed as I was shuffling for Gemini. So for me, with Gemini being a very transformative sign that, is very mutable and known for their changing views and opinions and things, their sort of transformation acts. You're in a period of transformation. I say as the tower comes out. So yeah, there's a lot going on right now. That's the only cards I need from this deck, I think. The underlying influence is that there is actually, and this is the funny thing that people don't realize about Geminis, myself is a mutable sign. I relate to and understand Geminis so much, particularly I'm a Sagittarius. I always joke and say that Geminis are really, Gemini and Sagittarius specifically are like two sides of the same coin. And if you look at our tarot cards separately, which is Temperance and the Lovers, the two cards are actually quite interrelated. They're different, of course, but we have a lot of overlap going on. And so being mutable doesn't necessarily mean you're two-faced or, you just completely change into something else. I think it's about remaining true to oneself, regardless of the external transformations that other people may view as chaotic, where it's like, I know that I'm still me and I still survive and thrive in whatever environment you put me in because I can adapt to it. And I feel like that's the main thing with Geminis, where they get a bad rap, and I understand it being a Sagittarius because we have some overlap. And this is interesting too, because the card at the bottom of the deck is the King of Pentacles. So this is very slow, steady, stable, secure energy, very earth-oriented. And, for me, this says that the underlying influence is actually you're staying true to yourself and you're staying on your path. The energy is actually at the core of it stable and secure. And now that I'm saying that out loud, I did kind of pick up on some of that energy as I was meditating, even though I felt like things that are physical, like my voice was shifting a little bit. Things are changing and shifting, but the core of you remains. And it's interesting, I pulled 3 cards as well because I got a big crossroads energy. And we have this tower with 3 windows in it going on, and there's 3 pillars going on. So 3 is an important number, I feel like. And I feel like we're at a crossroads right now. We're at a transformational period where something's coming in and we have to make a quick decision and figure out, what am I going to do? We're deciding, we're making decisive action, we're using our intellect, but we're also looking at how do I react in this situation, and trying to come about it in a balanced way. I'm going to pull a few more cards. Let's get a little bit more insight on that Princess of Wands right away. Things are happening quickly, and this is a balancing act, just as I said. We're balancing the intellect, we're balancing the drive, we're trying to figure out, how can I quickly move through this, but still maintain my balance? Okay. 8 of Swords, 9 of Swords. There's a lot of thought that's going into this. And then again, at the bottom, we have the King of Pentacles. That's very interesting. Two of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. So we are indeed at a crossroads. We're having to make a decision. This is a card that very much represents duality, which is very much associated with the sign of Gemini, where we have two sides to ourselves. We have two things going on. I want to get out there. I want to do. I want to explore. I want to make the changes, but I also really want to think about it and calculate the decision before I come through and actually do. Now, that being said, there's a lot of energy coming through here. It's going to come quickly. And the Tower is saying that as well. There's a lot of energy coming through, and this will come through very quickly, almost like a lightning bolt hitting out of nowhere, and just like sudden inspiration, sudden things changing. I don't necessarily see this Tower as a negative. It's just like I have to make a quick decision to make sure that everything stays balanced in my life. Now, all these swords here too, we have the 9 of Swords and the 8 of Swords. What this says to me is that we're kind of going through our own internal process where we're like freaking out a little bit. But one thing I do respect about Geminis is that I feel like they have freakouts on a regular basis, but they always work their way out. You guys are very good at channeling this energy that's chaotic and crazy, and that most people can get lost in and stuck in and just are in this continual nightmare. Like, what do I do? How do I move forward? But Gemini knows how to navigate the maze to get out of those swords, and also knows that that's the whole point, is to go through that process, to make the necessary shifts and changes to be able to navigate through the maze and get out at the end, maybe slightly different, but at the core of you, you remain the same. You remain steady, you remain stable. You're still true to yourself. The card that flipped out here, it's right side up. I feel like there's going to be some unexpected help from somewhere. It's the 3 of Cups here. This can be collaboration, this can be partnerships, this can be romantic, this can just be abundance in general. You've got some help that's like flowing towards you that you don't really have to do anything to receive. It's just going to come in and kind of bestow what it needs to help you along this process, to keep your balance and to keep that steady stream of whatever it is you need in your life. And I feel like this duality portion of it is the thing that really helps you in maintaining your balance and maintaining your strength and steadiness. Again, Gemini's just so good at going through these transformative processes, and that's kind of where you're at. So change your outer shell however you need to. As long as your inner core remains the same, you're doing all right. You can adjust for this. This is... For most people, this would throw everything out of balance, but you're like, nah, I got this. It's just another obstacle, just another maze to get through, something I have to think through, but not get stuck in. And Gemini, you're very good at that. Let's get a few more for these bottom cards, these 3 of Cups and the King of Pentacles. Let's see what we have. This is future energy. I feel like we're still maintaining balance. It's saying the same messages. That's interesting. It's like, don't beat a dead horse. Like, Gemini gets it quick. You don't have to explain so much to them. Okay, let's see here. So this, that... And then we have a few that's stuck in the deck. Yeah, you're going to be just fine, Gemini. Look, your card shows up at the bottom. Duality, following your passions, showing up for yourself, and showing up for the dual nature of yourself as well as your partnerships in life. You clearly have the ability to manifest what it is that you like, and you have the energy to work through this challenge even though it's coming quickly and unexpectedly towards you, you will maintain your balance and your sense of internal self, your sense of abundance, and you have everything you need within you. Everything's where it's supposed to be. The internal world and that sense of home and structure is the thing that keeps you tethered and able to manifest and decide, I want to do that, and dream this is how. And you've got a lot of help here. So keep working through the puzzle and keep just rolling with the punches. You've got this, Gemini. This is awesome. Embrace your duality, even if others are weird about it. It's the best thing about being a mutable sign. Awesome. That's what I've got for you, Gemini. If you resonated with this reading, please comment, share, like, subscribe, all of that good stuff that happens on this platform so that it can be shared with more people that potentially can also resonate with the message or get some sort of meaning or help in their life if they need that. Please help this reading get out there into who needs to hear it. Again, I am available in person in San Francisco, California for event bookings and very limited private readings. I also offer private readings online on a very limited basis. Information for how to book that is listed below in the description box. Thank you so much for listening to this message and for allowing me to tap into the energy and read your cards. I absolutely love reading cards. It is what I've always done and what I will always do. Again, this is Veritas Malefica, and have a wonderful, wonderful, empowering full moon, Gemini.